Nestled in the embrace of rolling green hills and at the foot of Mount Isono, the village of Okomfo thrived as a vibrant community steeped in tradition. The air carried the scent of earth and flowers, and the sound of children's laughter often mingled with the rhythmic beat of drums. It was a place where life followed a predictable rhythm, dictated by ancestral customs and the wisdom of elders. Among its people was Nene, a young woman known for her beauty and grace. She was a beacon of kindness, always helping the elders and telling captivating stories to the village children. Though suitors often sought her hand, Nene longed for a love that stirred her soul, a connection deeper than any she had seen in the arranged unions of her village. One morning, as the village awoke to the golden hues of dawn, a stranger appeared. He walked into Okomfo with a cautious yet determined gait. His name was Kwame, a man whose intense eyes and quiet demeanor made him both intriguing and intimidating. The villagers whispered about him, speculating about the life he had left behind. Nene first saw him by the river, where she was gathering water. Kwame sat on the river bank, his reflection rippling in the water as he stared into the distance. Their eyes met briefly, and in that moment, something unspoken passed between them, curiosity, perhaps, or recognition of kindred spirits. Over the following days, Nene and Kwame began to encounter each other more frequently. She found him helping the village carpenter, fixing broken tools, or quietly observing the bustling life around him. Nene was drawn to his silence, sensing depth in his reserved nature. One evening, as the sun set in hues of orange and red, she approached him. "Why did you come to Okomfo?" she asked gently. Kwame hesitated before replying, his voice low. "I needed to live where I was. I came to find peace." From that moment, their conversations deepened. Kwame told her bits and pieces of his past, a life marked by conflict and loss, and the guilt that followed him like a shadow. Nene listened without judgment, her heart aching for the pain he carried. In her presence, Kwame found solace, a reprieve from the burden of his memories. As Nene and Kwame grew closer, the village began to notice. The elders, protective of their traditions, expressed concern. Nene's parents, especially her father, were uneasy about her growing bond with a man whose past was unknown and whose presence stirred whispers of suspicion. "Nene," her father said one evening, "you are a daughter of Okomfo. Your future must honor our ways. This man, he does not belong here." Nene, torn between her love for her family and her feelings for Kwame, tried to reason with her father. "Kwame is kind and honorable. He has done nothing but help our people since he arrived. Can we not give him a chance?" But the elders remained wary, their fear of change overshadowing their willingness to accept the outsider. One night, under the light of a full moon, Kwame opened up to Nene completely. He told her of his past, a life torn apart by violence in his homeland. He had lost his family to conflict and had been forced to flee to survive. Though he had escaped, the guilt of not being able to save his loved ones haunted him. "I came here to start over," Kwame confessed, his voice trembling. "But I don't know if I deserve happiness." Nene took his hand in hers, her touch gentle yet firm. "You are not defined by what happened to you, Kwame. You are here now, and you have a chance to heal. Let yourself believe in that." Her words were like a balm to his wounded soul, and for the first time in years, Kwame allowed himself to hope. The annual Harvest Festival, the most important event in the village, approached. It was a time of celebration but also a time when unions were formalized, and Nene's family expected her to announce her betrothal to a suitor chosen by the elders. Nene, however, could not ignore her feelings for Kwame. During the festival, as villagers danced and the drums echoed through the night, Nene's father confronted her. "You must choose, Nene. Will you honor your family, or will you shame us by pursuing this stranger?" Tears welled in Nene's eyes, but she stood tall. "I love Kwame. Not because he is perfect, but because he is true. I cannot marry someone I do not love. The village erupted in debate. Some supported Nene, admiring her courage, while others sided with the elders, fearing that breaking tradition would bring misfortune. Amid the chaos, a group of men from Kwame's past arrived in Okomfo, seeking to settle an old score. They accused Kwame of betrayal, twisting the truth of his escape. Kwame, determined to protect Nene and the village, stepped forward. If you must punish someone, let it be me. Leave these people out of it. Nene refused to let him face the threat alone. We stand together, she declared, her voice steady. In the face of Nene's bravery and Kwame's willingness to sacrifice himself, the villagers began to see the truth of their love. The elders, moved by Nene's defiance and the loyalty Kwame showed, decided to grant their blessing. The men from Kwame's past, seeing the support he had gained, chose to leave, realizing there was no place for vengeance in the village's unity. With the village's acceptance, Nene and Kwame began a new chapter together. Their love became a symbol of hope and change, a reminder that even in a world bound by tradition, love could forge new paths. The elders, too, learned to adapt, blending the wisdom of the past with the possibilities of the future. As the sun rose over Okomfo, its light dancing on the dewdrops of the fields, Nene and Kwame stood hand in hand, ready to face whatever came next, together.